Okay, welcome back. What I want to do is to continue to look at, one second, bear with me for a moment. I'm just getting organized. I should be organized already, okay? It's 2391 revision, okay? Now, some of you will be familiar with the 2391, but remember it is one of those things to do with installation test, basically to do with testing. Sorry, okay, I'm just trying to get my teeth in. Yeah? Introduction. The 2391 theory examination is closed book. In other words, bear with me, just trying to get my pen. In other words, you cannot take any reference books into the examination room. However, in order to work through the questions, you will be required to make reference to the following publications. Okay, BS 7671, On-Site Guide, and Guidance Notes 3. Okay. Now, please remember, you will find questions that you cannot attempt because you have not yet covered those particular items. Do not be put off. All areas will be covered in due course. Okay. Please remember, when carrying out questions involving calculations, you will need to use factors from IEE publications during the examination. All factors will be given in the examination paper. Sample questions. These questions are similar to those that you will find in the examination. They are center devised and not taken from past City and Guilds papers. Okay. Question 1. State two statutory documents that an inspecting engineer would need knowledge of in order to work safely. The Health and Safety at Work Act 1974, Electricity at Work Regulations 1989. State four non-statutory documents that an inspecting engineer would need knowledge of in order to work safely. BS 7671, and please note, we're at the 17th edition now, 17th, 18th edition, so bear that in mind, okay? Check for the modern day edition to ensure that the regulations are up to date and that you are up to date, okay? IEE On-Site Guide, Guidance Notes, Inspection and Testing, okay? As previously mentioned, and GS38 HSD publication. Safety requirements of GS38, okay? Problem length max 4 mm, preferably 2 mm. Finger guards, fuse leads. Stage 3 requirements relating to the isolation of the main supply prior to undertaking work on a circuit. Verify supply dead use and prove voltage indicator. Apply locking off device to secure isolator in the off position. Apply lockout tags. State the 5 types of injury detailed within the Electricity at Work Regulations 1989 that may result from the use of electrical energy: shock, fire, arcing, explosion, burns. State the maximum and minimum values of voltage covered by the Electricity at Work Regulations 1989. Now, we're saying here 1989 regulation, except now please note that we have the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974. Okay, so please bear that in mind. Okay, we're looking back a bit here. Okay, so this could be a bit dated, but I still think it's good practice. State the competence required by the person undertaking an inspection and test of an electrical installation. Must be experienced in the type of installation or system to be worked on. Must have suitable electrical knowledge. Must have good working knowledge of statutory and non-statutory regulations appertaining to the work to be undertaken. Must understand the use of and be able to safely use test equipment. Must be aware of the dangers that may be present during the inspection and testing process to oneself and others that may be using the installation. Stage 3 requirements of the Electricity at Work regulations covering the use of test equipment. Now you don't need me to be reading this out to you any further, okay? Here are the results, okay? Now this is for you to work through yourselves, okay? Okay. And here set the earth return path for the following earthing arrangements, okay? And here, okay. Okay, don't need me to speak here. Okay, these are something that you can do yourselves. Excuse me, sorry. Now, I'm not going to read through every question for you. These are for you to read yourselves, okay? And make sure that you're reading the current edition of BS 7671. It's going to be the 17th or 18th edition now. Quite possibly be the 19th with amendments. Now, remember when you found the total resistance for the parallel circuit, you need to invert, okay? So that means turn it over. So you then have 100 at the top, 18. So therefore you'd be dividing 100 by 18 equals 5.5 megohms, okay? Okay, thank you. Now, I hope you found this useful. Okay, have a good night. Bye bye.